Shalom. Shalom, Yisrael. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakathum to the 144,000, as well as the rest of your elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, just going to get into it, man. We need the brothers more than ever, right? We need the brothers more than ever, man. And, we're not in the times to where you should be, isolating yourself. Now, it's one thing if the Lord just, didn't really gift you with brothers to be around. That's different. The Lord will be with you in that. But if you have brothers, be with the brothers. Simple as that, man. You can't go wrong with being with the Akim, man, because it's nothing but you're surrounding yourself around good energy, right? We're already surrounded with bad energy enough as it is, which is being around these niggas, you might be around your family, hell, even your real, she could be a demon. That's the biggest demon you got. It's to a point to where Jake would be like, yeah, I was with my demon. They talking about their woman. That's just how it is. So we're living in times to where we need to, just speak to myself first and foremost. We got to implement being around the brothers more. Take every opportunity you have when especially when it presents itself. Hey, bro, can you come help me with such and such and such? And you got the time to do it? Oh, man, perfect. Go do it. Mess around, make a lesson, or, spiritual conversation, however the Lord got it set up. Instead of be like, nah, seize the opportunity. When you got time to spend when you have a chance to chill with the bros, man, chill with the bros, man. Because what bad comes with chilling with the bros? You're not finna go to the bros, you're happy as shit, and then you leave upset. If anything, it's gonna be the exact opposite. You probably come up there upset, and then, one of the bros, they cheer you up, man. Exhort you. And we're going to need that more and more and more, because it's building up that relationship that we're really going to need in Jacob's trouble. Because I know some of that Elder Ariella like to say, man, it's going to be a point where brothers got to be sharing houses. Like, there's going to be like 5, 6 brothers mess around and be in like a 1-bedroom apartment or some shit like that. Which means what? It's going to be very uncomfortable. Right? If you ain't been exercising, being around the brothers as it is, it's like, dang, like, you set yourself up for failure. Like I said, it's different if you don't have brothers to be around. It's different. It's completely different. I'm pretty sure the brothers that are one-man army they're praying to have brothers, because the last thing you want to do is, no brother wants to be by themselves and not have nobody to talk to. No brother wants that. Actual brother, right? And if that demon do come upon you, man, you better check it. Check it quick. Right? That lone wolf spirit. Don't get into that lone wolf spirit like, man, I'm good. Man, I don't want to bother the brothers or anything. I need help, but I don't want to bother the brothers at all. It's nothing but Satan. Right? Oh, man, I got to go do this. Not even trying to make time to be with the brothers or nothing. But you'll make time for everything else. Everything else is vain anyway. Now, you do what you got to do. Don't get me wrong. You do what you got to do. But there's, you know if you could have made time for the bros or not. Hell, shit, even with myself, I know if I'm like, nah, I really should have just stayed. I ain't gonna act like I'm perfect. There's times when I've left chilling with the bros, I'm like, man, I really could have just chilled longer. Why the hell did I leave? But, it is what it is. You grow and you learn from these things. But I'm going to go ahead and get the scriptures, man. Slack you for the babbling a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and get Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. So 2 is better than 1. So when one fall, the other can pick you up, man. Help you up. Exhort you up. Right? But I'm going to read Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 10. It says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone, when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Right? Meaning it's that much harder. You know, you being by yourself, or, you know, isolating yourself purposely. You know, it's one thing if the Lord just has it set that way, but if you're doing it purposely, you have brothers. Brothers might be reaching out and trying to check on you, and you just not really making an effort to really be around the bros like that. It's like, bro, like, you're fucking your own self over, straight up. Then you wonder why Satan's on you like crazy, and you feel like you're finna lose your mind for real. You ain't being around the body enough. You know? Not being around it. And we're living in times where we're gonna need the body the most, bro. The body the most. Absolute most. You know? Let me go ahead and get this other scripture. I'm gonna get James chapter 5 verse 16. It says, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another, right? That ye may be healed. That the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much, man. Meaning it profiteth much. You know? And it said, confess your faults one another. You're not gonna be able to confess your faults to a brother if you ain't around them, or let alone talking to him. You know, it's important. You know, you're not saying you gotta tell them every little thing you done did wrong. Like, you know, that's just not gonna happen. But there are some things you do tell a brother, and he'll give you advice. Hell, you might have lifted them in the spirit. Be like, damn, I'm going through the same shit. You know, he might tell you like, damn, I'm going through the exact same thing, bro. Like, before you know, man, y'all both catching hell together. You know, but you wouldn't get none of that if you don't talk to nobody, let alone be around them. The least you can do is talk to them. You know, something. You shouldn't be just in there just isolated. That shouldn't even come across your mind of like, yeah, I'm isolating myself or anything. Because if you are, you're just giving room for Satan to knock you out the truth. You're making it easier for him to do his job. That's what you're doing. You make it easier for him to do his job, because guess what? If you're not around the brothers, then who the hell are you around? Bunch of niggas. Pretty much, you're a bunch of niggas. You probably go to work. You're already at work with niggas. And then you get off work. You just like shit. And then you're around more niggas. And you might actually go chill with the bros. But then you choose to leave early. You be like, hell yeah, shalom, just to go be around some niggas or something. That's off completely. If you're doing that shit, man, you better go on a fast immediately. Immediately. But it's important to be around the brothers, man, because there's nothing like the bros, man. There's nobody that can relate to us like other than your brothers that's in the fight with you. You know? I'm gonna go ahead and get Sirach chapter 6 and 6 and Salakia. Here it goes. 6 and verse 14. Oh, matter of fact, 13. It says, separate thyself from thine enemies, right? Which is anyone that's not serving the Lord is counted as an enemy, which is your family, right? Even your blood brother, right? Whoever it may be that's not in the truth. You don't want to be around them too much, especially if you don't really got to. It's one thing if you got to do some shit, but like, if you ain't got to, you shouldn't be like, that shouldn't be your thing. Like, you know what? I'm finna go chill with such and such. Like, nah, why don't you go chill with the bros, especially when the time comes? Bro might want to chop it up with you, Lord present opportunities, man, for you to, speak to myself, man. Hell, Lord, he present opportunities to me. Am I gonna act like I'm perfect and take every single one of them? No, I don't take every single one of them. I ain't perfect. But shit, now I'm doing it more. I'm doing the best I can. Brother needs me. I'm trying to be on this the best I can. The best that I can, though. Right? But I'm gonna read Sirach chapter 6. So 6 and 13. Separate thyself from thy enemy. So don't be around these people too much, more than you really have to. To the best of your ability. But I'm gonna read verse 14. It says, a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such a one hath found the treasure, the brotherhood. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah has gifted us with the brotherhood. which is the only ones that can be your true friends, man. Right? And it's gonna explain why too. Excuse me. I'm gonna read verse 15. Says, nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. So in other words, there's no value to ultimately having the brothers. There's nothing that can match that. What can you replace the brothers with? What, smoking? Right? Being around a whole bunch of other niggas, low-life niggas? Chasing hoes that pussy fucking studs. Now, I probably shouldn't have said that. But you know what I was about to say. Smelling funny. Don't know how to fucking act. Like, bro, like what is better than the brothers? The Lord, the thing that the Lord gave. What is better than that? Nothing. So as I said, nothing does countervail. So nothing can match the bros, man. A faithful friend, man. Them other brothers, man, they're faithful, right? It's gonna be shown more in that day, but you know, as of right now, you treat every brother with the utmost respect. I'm gonna read verse 16, Sirach chapter 6 and 16 say, a faithful friend is the medicine of life. Medicine of life. And they that fear the Lord shall find him. So only those that fear Yahweh shall find him. And it's going to explain why. It says, whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, for as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. That's why it's so important to be around the brothers. Because guess what? They're going to treat you how they will want to be treated. Because of why? They fear the Lord. Niggas, it's not like that, man. Right? Like, it's the simple fact that I can leave my wallet, or I can leave money laying around brothers, and I could trust and believe that nobody's going to take it. And if someone do take it, that just means they was more than likely a nigga. Simple as that. Right? If anything, brothers be making the effort like, hey, did anybody such and lose such and such? Because this ain't mine, you know. But around niggas, like when you was in the world, man, you might be your best friend, but even then you still have to be like, nah, I don't want to just be leaving my shit. You might mess around, take it. There's a thought like that comes, but it doesn't come like that around the bros, because what? They fear the Lord. So if they fear the Lord just like you, guess what? They're gonna treat you how they would want to be treated. They don't want money taken from them, right? They're not gonna take somebody else's money. Simple as that. You know. But yeah, that's why it's so important to be around the bros, because when you're around the bros, man, it's a recharge, and you're just around good energy, and the bros are the ones that can relate to you the most, no matter what you're going through. Niggas never gonna be able to relate to you on the level that the bros can. And if you feel like niggas could relate to you more, maybe because you was a fucking nigga yourself. Straight up, man. Because we in times like, man, it's gonna get bad, and the last thing we want is someone that we're questioning. We're like, damn, is this dude a brother? Y'all, you don't be coming around like that, you know. You don't be talking to bros like that. Like I said, you know, every brother got their situations. If you can't be around the brothers like that, then we would, I mean, it's understandable. We would know. But if you can, make that effort. You know, and speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You know, I got to make the effort to be around bros, be there when they need me. Hell, even if they just want to talk to me, man, I need to listen. Sometimes, you know, a brother call you and they want to vent to you, man, just listen and just be quiet, just listen. You don't know how much that helps somebody. Help a brother, meaning. No, because it's not always about you. Because you want the brother to do the same for you. You know, you call a brother, you just want them to listen. You know, they'll brother put their input, because we're men, so we're solution based. So like, we're gonna figure out solutions to help you with your situation to the best of our ability. But you know, we're here for one another, man. But anyways, you know, Lord willing, y'all is edified, and you know, you understand the importance. Even you brothers on the other side. Just because you're not in the kingdom, that doesn't mean you can't chill with none of the bros that's on the other side with you. Keeping that in mind too. You can chill with them. You can go out with the eat with them. You can chop it up with them. You can do these things, man. You know? So I don't think you can't do it just because you're on the other side. Nah, you can. You just have to make the effort to. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it off by saying, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yeshua.